That Chevrolet name stamped in full block letters across the grille, not a badge, not a logo, the actual name. This is a truck that does not ask for your attention. It takes it. And that Rolls-Royce sitting in the background of the same showroom is not an accident.
Reason number 1, tease, open loop. There is one decision Chevrolet made on the torque management architecture of this Duramax Elite that Ram has specifically avoided at factory level for the last 3 model years.
Not because they can't do it, because of what it costs to engineer correctly. I am going to tell you exactly what that decision is, but only after we have walked every inch of this truck inside and out. Is the Duramax Elite worth the premium over a base 2500 HD? My answer depends entirely on whether you tow more than 18,000 pounds regularly, or whether this truck will spend most of its life looking expensive in a parking lot. Those are 2 completely different financial decisions, and I will give you the honest breakdown in the verdict. Here is what we are covering: exterior engineering, interior specification, and powertrain numbers. Then the backstory, because the development brief for this specific Duramax Elite configuration did not start in a standard HD truck product meeting. It started with a phone call that came after a competitor did something GM did not expect. Stay with me. Everyone who sees this truck immediately locks on to that full-width Chevrolet text across the grille. That is understandable. But that is not the most important engineering decision you are looking at. The most significant element on this Duramax Elite is the lower fascia architecture, specifically those integrated tow hook mounts built directly into the black lower bumper structure. On a factory HD truck, tow hook placement determines the load path during a recovery pull or collision event by integrating them into the bumper beam rather than bolting them to the frame rail separately. Chevrolet allows the entire lower fascia to distribute pull forces across the full beam width, not concentrate them at 2 frame points. Ram's Wagon uses separate frame-mounted hooks that can stress weld points under sustained lateral load. GM eliminated that failure mode. Speculative tech number 1. Adaptive load path bumper matrix. The lower bumper uses a segmented internal honeycomb structure that redistributes impact load progressively across 5 zones rather than transferring it as a single force event. The engineering logic: heavy-duty trucks absorb trail strikes and recovery pulls at irregular angles. A rigid, single-zone bumper transfers that energy directly to the frame. This closes the recovery durability gap that factory HD trucks have accepted as a structural compromise since 2019. The exterior tells you this truck was engineered for genuine work. The interior tells you Chevrolet did not stop there. The door panel is full carbon fiber weave, not carbon look film, not printed trim, real layered carbon running full panel height from the window line to the armrest with a brushed aluminum armrest insert and gray contrast stitching on the leather bolster below. That material specification sits closer to a $120,000 Bentley Bentayga door card than to anything Ford puts in an F-250 Lariat at this price point. One comparison done. The rotary gear selector, a machined aluminum dial with blue illuminated rings sitting on a carbon fiber console face, is the correct ergonomic call for an HD truck driver who operates this vehicle with work gloves on in sub-zero temperatures. A physical rotary selector with tactile detents does not require the driver to look down or navigate a touchscreen submenu to change drive modes, something Ford's F-250 Tremor still routes partially through the center display stack. One real-world scenario where that matters: backing a fifth-wheel trailer down a dark grade at 11 p.m. Speculative tech 2. Predictive tow load cabin conditioning. The HVAC system uses trailer load and grade data from the tow management module to precondition the cabin temperature before the driver notices heat soak from extended downhill engine braking. The engineering reasoning: heavy diesel towing generates sustained cabin heat transfer that current static HVAC systems address reactively. This system acts 4 minutes before the driver registers discomfort. This closes the long-haul driver fatigue gap that no competitor has addressed at the factory HVAC integration level. Missed the mark. The Duramax Elite embroidery on both front seat headrests is redundant when the same badge already appears on the seat back. This vehicle's target buyer does not need to be reminded twice what they are sitting in. Ram 2500 Limited keeps headrest badging to a single understated emboss. That is the correct call for a premium specification truck. The exterior walkthrough is where the competitive brief behind this entire build becomes clear. Here is where this truck actually came from. The development brief for the Duramax Elite was not build a more premium heavy-duty package. It was, give the buyer who is standing between this truck and a Ram 2500 Limited Tungsten a reason to walk away from Ram without feeling like they compromised on interior quality. The market event that forced that decision was Ram's 2023 interior redesign of the 2500 Limited, specifically the night sky headliner and the open-pore wood console that reviewers immediately called the best interior in any American truck. GM's brief was specific: match the perceived material quality gap within 24 months while maintaining the Duramax diesel torque advantage and tow rating lead. The brief was not improve the cabin. It was make the Ram buyer feel like they left something behind when they chose Ram over this truck. Every carbon fiber panel, every illuminated rotary selector, every stitched leather surface you see flows directly from that mandate. The exterior is where that competitive intent is most visible.
Front to rear, here is what this truck is. The full-width Chevrolet text across the upper grille is a brand statement, but the lower fascia with integrated tow hook mounts and angular lower air intake channels serves a genuine aerodynamic and structural function at highway towing speeds. The wide black fender flares extend approximately 3 inches per side over the standard 2500 HD body, factory fitted, not aftermarket, housing the aggressive mud terrain tire package without contact at full suspension articulation. The angular multi-spoke black aluminum wheels carry what visually reads as a 35-inch MT tire with reinforced sidewall and full-depth lugs. The hood features a raised functional vent structure at the leading edge, consistent with intercooler breathing requirements on a turbocharged diesel platform. At the rear, Chevrolet stamped full width across the tailgate in raised embossed letters, full-width LED bar taillights in a 3-segment configuration, and dual exhaust outlets integrated into the lower rear fascia with black surrounds. Every exterior element on this build is a functional decision. There is no cosmetic hardware that does not also serve a structural or aerodynamic purpose, and what moves it is the reason this truck exists. Reason number 4, powertrain. Engine, 6.6-liter Duramax V8 turbo diesel, 470 horsepower, 975 pound-feet of torque, Allison 10-speed, automatic, 4-wheel drive standard. Those numbers mean 18,500 pounds of maximum tow rating in real operating conditions and 975 pound-feet of torque available at 1600 RPM, which means this truck pulls at full capacity before most gasoline HD engines have finished their warm-up cycle. Speculative tech number 3, predictive grade torque preload. The system reads upcoming grade data from navigation and GPS elevation to pre-stage torque delivery before the truck crests a descent, not after the driver touches the brake. The competitor gap it closes. Ford's Pro Power Onboard detects grade change reactively at the transmission level, creating a 0.4-second torque reduction lag when transitioning from climb to descent with a loaded trailer, exactly the moment a driver needs stability most. This eliminates that lag window entirely on grades mapped in the navigation system. The Duramax Elite holds a genuine factory advantage over the F250 Power Stroke on tow rating and low RPM torque delivery. Where it narrows, Ford's Pro Power Onboard delivers 7.2 kilowatts of exportable power directly from the bed. Chevrolet does not match that number at factory spec, and for a worksite buyer, that gap is real. Engineering case is complete. The financial case is next. Now, here's what I actually think. Completely straightforward. The Ram brief explains every decision you've seen on this truck. The carbon fiber door panels and console, a direct material response to Ram's 2023 interior lead. The integrated tow hook fascia architecture, a structural answer to the recovery durability question Ram's frame-mounted system left open. The rotary selector ergonomics, a usability answer to the touchscreen dependency Ram built into its drive mode system. Whether Chevrolet succeeded depends entirely on what this buyer values. If tow capacity, diesel torque, and interior material quality need to coexist in one factory package, this truck makes a coherent argument. If exportable power and name recognition at a worksite matter more than carbon fiber door cards, Ram and Ford each answer that question differently. GM has not fully closed every gap, but on the specific brief they set for themselves, they are considerably closer than the 2023 version suggested they could be. HD Duramax Elite in this configuration runs approximately $82,000 to $91,000 depending on option packages.
The Ram 2500 Limited Tungsten starts at $84,000 and reaches $96,000 fully optioned. More interior theater, a genuinely better ride on pavement, but a lower factory tow rating at 19,680 pounds versus the Duramax's real-world advantage at sustained long-haul loads. The base Silverado 2500 HD work truck starts at $41,900, meaning the Duramax Elite Premium is $40,000 to $49,000 over entry. That premium buys the Allison transmission, the full carbon interior package, the diesel torque advantage, and a factory warranty covering every specification. Factory differentiated HD configurations with genuine mechanical distinction, specifically Allison-equipped diesel platforms, hold residual value at 48 to 60 months, significantly better than aftermarket upgraded equivalents. The Allison badge alone adds recoverable value at trade-in because commercial buyers actively seek it. If you plan a 4 to 5 year hold with a trade-in exit, the Duramax Elite Premium is largely recoverable. An aftermarket-built equivalent on a base 2500 HD with an independent transmission upgrade is not valued the same way by the next buyer. If you tow over 15,000 pounds regularly and need a factory warranty covering the full drivetrain, this is the most coherent package in the HD segment at this price point. If exportable worksite power and brand equity on a commercial job site matter more than diesel torque and interior specification, the Ford F-250 Tremor gives you more of both at a comparable price. What this truck earns its premium through is not peak horsepower or badge recognition. It is the coherence of a factory diesel platform, an Allison transmission, and a premium interior specification that holds its value together as a single warranted package in a segment where those three things have never previously coexisted at this price point. That Chevrolet name stamped full width across the grille that opened this video. Now that you've seen the full picture, you understand it is not a styling choice. It is a declaration from an engineering team that spent 24 months answering a specific competitive brief and decided the front of the truck was the right place to put their name on it. If you have towed over 15,000 pounds with a Ram 2500 Limited or an F-250 Tremor for more than 2 seasons, I want to know specifically, does the transmission hold its calibration past 40,000 miles of real towing? Or does the shift behavior start to drift? That is the question no press review answers. Drop your honest experience below. Next video, 2027 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali. Same GM platform, completely different buyer brief, and an interior that might change how you think about what a luxury truck is supposed to be. Subscribe so you do not miss it.